Hi Joseph, this is a quick recording in order to take you through sort of various things. One, upgrade to 161, as well as sort of showing where the sort of Bodyrez and everything is. Hopefully the screen, I've already done this once before, fortunately the VL3 screen went all white so you couldn't see it. Hopefully I've set the video camera differently, hopefully it'll work. There is a new build from 120 which is 161 which was released yesterday. It is now in voice support, and so hopefully you'll find it in there, but we'll go through that process. So what I've done is I'm already on build 161, but what I'll do is I'll reinstall it, we'll go through that process, and then we'll go into the sort of Bodyrez settings and just sort of show what's in there, the Bodyrez 135. You've likely already had your VL3 connected to your computer via USB. Within sort of the settings menu, within the MIDI, if you set that to USB, I had previously mine on MIDI. If you have it on MIDI, then voice support generally doesn't detect the VL3, change it to USB, everything's fine. Load it up, voice support now, and the VL3 has been detected. If you go into the firmware tab, you'll see here build 161 that was released yesterday. Select it. Are you sure you'd like to update your firmware? Click yes. As you can see, the VL3 will then go into its sort of spinny update process, system update. The one thing that people must do is leave it in system update, let it reboot, let it do its processes that required. Within this updating firmware tab, it will get to 100% and the VL3 will still be doing stuff. And some people are tempted then to click the next screen or the rescan screens. The one thing we've always said from the Voice Live 2 days, and including the GTX, the Play Acoustic, and now sort of Play Electric, is this will always be in front of the unit, so just be mindful not to click forwards, rescans or anything else before the unit has rebooted. The process for the VL3 probably takes about two odd minutes, something like that. From the updating firmware perspective, probably that's 1 minute 15 of it. The other 45 is purely the VL3 doing its reboot. First of all, it puts the firmware into BIOS, then it reboots, and then you'll see it. So what we'll do is we'll put it on, we'll check that it's on, and then we'll go into the guitar block, into the amp section, and just sort of find. So currently on 52%, so a little while longer. I've got it zoomed into the screen, so I don't know if you can see sort of all the flashy lights. So the blue LEDs sort of do its square, preset to reverb to harmony to down, and the genre store, looper, vocal all swirl around with the red LED. System update on the screen. One thing about voice support is the first time voice support loads with the unit attached, it will download the latest firmwares. Some people have just occasionally gone into voice support without a unit, and if you go into the folder structure, some of the latest files might not be there. So again, just be mindful that once the unit's connected and the first time, and each time voice support runs, it does a check towards TC servers, and if there's any new firmware, so 161 may have gone on after you checked build 120 yesterday. Build 120 was an update from build 70, which was, a lot of it was looper based. So it's only this build 158, which was beta on the forum, and now 161, to which it's been released into the wild. So 99%, right, so we've got 100% on voice support, but it says here, please wait shutting down. This is where a lot of people here might go, oh, and click continue. Again, just leave voice support alone. Now we're updating the system. And this process, a few people occasionally go, oh, it's taking too long, what do I do? And either sort of reboot here or attempted to click the screens within voice support. Recommendation is just leave it. So after this updating system, the screen will flash again, and then it should go into a reboot process. There's two ways of updating the VL3. One is via USB and voice support, the other one is via a USB stick. Within the forums, occasionally we've said to people update via USB stick, just in case there's any issues. If it doesn't seem to work, use a USB stick, and I've been thinking about putting a video in order to do that. So again, still updating system. Don't worry, let it do its stuff. There's the flash and there's the reboot. So now it's done the reboot, I'll just wait till it goes on before I click continue. So there's the two beeps on the PC detecting VL3, and there it is. So I now click continue, I now click rescan, and there's the VL3 detected as it should be. So a successful update. You press hold genre, it will take you into the build screen. 1.1.01 build 161, which is the latest version. If you go into the guitar block, let's scroll all the way to the left, that's the acoustic. Yes, it's got a line through it. It doesn't mean that it's not, selectable or usable, so it just put a line through saying no amp, I'm an acoustic block. But as we're talking about Bodyrez, you can scroll all the way to the other side and then back 5. After distortion pedal, it goes Bodyrez 1, Bodyrez 2, Bodyrez 3, 4 and 5. The difference between them all is if you scroll down to things like low pre-frequency, mid-frequency, the curves and the Q settings and the post frequencies, so pre before block, post after block, that's where you'll spot they're all different. Within the default settings, again, the one thing difference between the VL3 and the Play Acoustic is the Play Acoustic's routing and ability to use the delay setting and the compressor setting is in there. So I'll just go to, there we go, War Games voice, neither here nor there. So if I go into guitar, into Bodyrez 5, the delay block isn't used. And that's the one difference between the VL3's approximation of it and the Play Acoustics. The Play Acoustic automatically has the delay and the compression in. If you feel that there's not enough, say, presence within the Bodyrez, that's where it's worth go across to the delay block and set yourself a time and really sort of think about time. So that's 300 millisecond delay. Whap it down, find something that you think's adds sort of presence, that bit of ambience into an acoustic block. And then, if you wish, add a bit of compression as well, and that will give you more of the approximation of the Play Acoustic. Difference is the VL3 has a lot of stuff you can tinker under the bonnet, where the Play Acoustic is everything's already in there for you. TC have done the work. And I think people are talking about the Play Electric as well, is within the Play Electric there isn't a Bodyrez setting as such. What they do is they use the acoustic. Craig's talked on the forum about the acoustic or acoustic shape, so it uses that in order to create a Bodyrez kind of algorithm. It'll be worth at some point somebody put a difference between, say, the Play Acoustic, the Play Electric, the VL3, but on the forums, especially with the VL3, you see where people have had good success just purely with into the album section and using, I think on the forum somebody said the difference between, say, Bodyrez and Bodyrez 2. So hope it helps. That takes you into build 161, the Bodyrez algorithm with, and then if you wish to, you know, add a bit of delay to it and take it from there. Hope it helps.